Hey Capricorns, welcome. This is your June 29th to July 5th forecast. And what's highlighted for you this week is going to be love and relationships. So let's take a look and see what we have there. So we have the Three of Swords. Okay, so some of you may be working through heartache. You may have some challenges, some conflict that you're working through. And this is really a period of you focusing on healing yourself. We also have the Four of Corals here, so that would be the Four of Wands. Wonderful. So that is the confirmation of healing and sort of allowing new chapters to open and allowing yourself to progress and move forward. So we'll see if some of you may be feeling a little stuck there, or if some of you are actually walking through that portal and allowing that new chapter to begin. So we also have the Four of Pentacles here as well. So some of you are really holding on very tightly to just something that's not serving you anymore, or someone that's not serving you anymore. So you're still holding on. It is difficult for some of you to let go. Okay, what else here? So yeah, you keep getting tempted to go back because we're getting into challenges now. So yeah, you're definitely feeling tempted. There's something that you feel like you need and you can't let go of. So it could be like lust driven, or it could be something else that you two have in common that's just not very beneficial to both of your enlightenment and growth. But yeah, this is definitely you being distracted in some way, allowing those distractions, allowing those vices to continue to pull you back into that lower vibrational frequency or energy, or just that energy that is not allowing you to progress and move forward. So quite frankly, like I said, just a distraction. But knowing that the sooner you make those changes, the sooner you adjust, the easier it's going to be for you to progress and move forward. So you can continue with that journey of healing here, but it may require you to let go of some things, because again, we're looking at some challenges here. So that must be a part of your journey, of your process. So we also have you taking a step into your power, being the Empress that you are, knowing your worth and value. That's what this is to me. You knowing how beautiful you are, how amazing you are, how strong and brave and courageous you are, and all the things that you deserve just for being you and just existing. And whether or not you are connected with someone or in a situation where that's being valued, where that's really shining through. What else? Okay, so we do have balance. We do have things working out. Okay, so I do feel like you're needing to create more balance. You're needing to be in a situation or circumstances or with a partner that you do feel there's a reciprocality, is that a word, happening here, where you're giving and then you're receiving as much as you're giving. Because those types of relationships, those types of interactions do exist. Okay. So let's see what else here. Let's look at your underlying issues here. So there could be money involved here. So you could be feeling a little unsure about how you can make things work without having that income or having those finances. So yeah, that, could definitely be a worry for you. Or it could also be the opposite, as far as you separating yourself and then feeling like you may have to give a lot of your finances, or that may impact your generational wealth in some way by creating that separation and having to pay out. Okay. What else? So we have the Seven of Wands here. So you may also have some fears regarding any negotiations that may happen here as it relates to finances, or could be just with the relationship itself. you working through those challenges, that contrast that happens. So there may be just a little bit of an underlying fear there as far as, you know, whether things can work out well or they can work out in your favor, or you're going to create solutions that you both are agreeing to and wanting to work towards. Okay, so these are all those subconscious fears that you may be feeling, or those issues that may come up to the surface. Okay, so let's look at your beliefs and goals. So this is someone that you do feel passionate about, and I feel like you do want things to work. You want to feel lust, you want to feel passion, you want to be in a loyal, committed partnership, and just take what resonates. But that's what I'm feeling. That's the type of energy that's coming up here, as far as you wanting things to work, you wanting things to be wanting to feel fulfilled in the relationship, and that being a part of, it's a part of what you want. It's your beliefs, it's your goals, it's what you're working towards. And then let's just get some more to see how things are working out here. Okay, so we do have the Ten of Wands here. So you want to as well get rid of burdens. You don't want to be always in this place of where, you know, there's always something going on, or it's just the same things happening over and over, like a cycle that keeps happening, like there's not any progress that's being made. So you may even have those discussions, you may even have a plan, you may have even worked out how you're going to be moving forward, what areas you're going to focus on moving forward. And just like as an example, like, okay, better communication, that may be something that you both agreed to, that you're going to work towards, but then you're finding that the same cycles are happening, the same things are just repeating themselves. Okay. And if that's not the case, then you may just have a fear that that may be something that comes up. Let's see your approach here. Okay, so your approach may be a little rigid, and I know coming from the Capricorn perspective, you're probably thinking like, well, yeah, this is how things should be. Like Capricorn is like, no nonsense, straightforward. Like, look, this is what I need, especially when it comes to putting in the effort. You know, Capricorn can do that. I'm not quite sure that your partner can align with that type of mentality or that type of philosophy here, because you're being viewed as someone that may be, I'm hearing bossy, don't come for me, but that's what I'm hearing. You may be being viewed as just someone being bossy, someone that's not taking the other party's views into consideration. And you may feel that you have done that, and that may be true. So there's no judgments here. I'm just telling you from the other perspective of how you may be being viewed, okay? So just be aware of that. And if you are open to having more discussions there and addressing that, then you have the information, okay? Okay, so also here, it may not be just like a rigid type of answer or flow. Okay, so yeah, where I was going before I lost my train of thought here with the Capricorn is like, yeah, you know, like very much like, okay, well, we should just do A, B, and C, but your partner may be wanting to do like X, Y, Z. Okay, so it may be like completely different. It may be out of order. It may not align with, you know, the traditions that you've done, or the things that you've done in the past, or the things that you know have worked in the past. So there may need to be a little more openness from your perspective, because you may be being viewed as rigid and uncompromising. Okay, so we also have the Page of Pentacles here. Okay, so your partner still views you as someone that is a hard worker, someone that really does want things to work out, someone that is putting in a lot of effort, a lot of time, and you are serious about this commitment here that you do have, or whatever you're working towards. You are serious about it and you are viewed as such. Okay? So they do respect you. They do respect the time that you're putting toward this and the energy. It just may be that you may be thinking on different wavelengths in terms of how to resolve the issue. And one side may be a lot more open and wanting to try different things than the other side. Okay? So let's look at guidance here. So we have the 5 of Corals here, so that's the 5 of Wands. So yeah, we definitely do see that conflict coming up, and that there is going to need to be this energy of you working through things, because in your external environment there may also be conflict, because if we're saying here that, yeah, you two may have different ideas on how to resolve issues or work through things, or what it is that you both even need, and that doesn't mean you can't come together. That doesn't mean you're automatically wrong for each other. That just means it depends on what you two are looking for, and if you're open and willing to work together and collaborate on things, so that you both are getting what you need individually and together. Okay, so this is definitely going to be conversations that are being had here, if you're open to that and if you're willing to do that. And you may find that the need for those conversations are going to come up anyway, because we're looking at sort of the external environment. So yeah, there is going to be some discussion. There is going to be some contrast there. What else? So we have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, so you may even be getting like very, very clear responses, and they may not be ones that you're hoping for. They may not be as positive. So there could also be very strong needs from your partner as well that need to be taken into consideration here. So like I said, they may view you as being a little uncompromising here, so they may scream their needs very, very loud and clear, because that's what this is giving here with this Queen of Swords energy. It's like they may have been saying, I need this, I want this, and you may be thinking in terms of, look, that doesn't fit traditionally with what we have going on here. This is how things should be. And again, it's going to be about whether you're open to that compromise and working together or not. So just be aware that if you're not as open to compromising here, there may be some needs that aren't getting met, and that can lead to other things. Okay? So let's look at some guidance here. So we have the Fool. New chapters, new beginnings. Allow yourself to go on that journey. It may not be exactly what you were expecting and wanting, and it may not be all documented up how you need to see it, Capricorn, but if you're open to it and you're willing to go on that journey, go ahead on that journey. Move forward with that. Trust in you, and trust that you have everything within you that you need to be successful. Trust that you and your partner are acting and operating in good faith, and allow the new beginning. Step through that portal. It's tying right back to the beginning of what opportunity exists within you, and that is to go through a new portal, one where you can be fulfilled and accomplish your dreams and be experience contentment and joy. So I was getting ready to say happy, so I want to try to stay away from that word, because it's just the connotation behind that, just like, yeah. So yeah, feeling fulfilled here is what we're talking about here. So allow yourself to go on that journey, especially if your partner is into it, they're open to it, and they want to work on things and work through things with you. It is going to go by how you feel, though. What else? So we have the Knight of Pentacles here. Yeah, so this is really opportunity for you to be focused on your goals. So this is putting that focus, that priority on them, and that inspired action toward what you and your partner have decided is going to be like this new chapter, this new portal that you have stepped into. So that is one that requires inspired action and effort on your part and your partner's part. So we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands here. Wonderful. So this is you both taking your time, being cautious, being careful, paying attention to each other's needs, ensuring that you're taking that inspired effort toward your goals that you have, as well as the goals that you have together as a partnership here. And you both are on even ground here. So also if you're thinking like, oh, I am, so much more intelligent, or I'm so much more spiritually involved, like your partner, you're going to come to the understanding that you may be humbled in some way. So you may be like, oh, you know what, actually, that was quite wonderful. I learned a lot here from this experience with you. So I'm seeing equal grounding, equal footing here. And if your partner may not like subscribe to the same beliefs that you have, that doesn't mean that they're also not spiritually involved. They're on their own path as well. So if you can find the commonality in that and not view yourself as, and I'm not saying you're doing this, but someone needs to hear this, like you are both on equal spiritual ground, okay? So they are evolved in other ways that may not directly tie to your personal expectations of how they should be aligned or how someone should be aligned, okay? So just because it doesn't meet your personal expectations doesn't mean that they aren't highly gifted and highly spiritual as well. Okay. All right, so what else? Let's look at specific outcomes here. So we have Four of Spears as well as what? The Sun. Awesome. So we do have you opening yourself up, allowing new cycles to start. We have the hope and faith. We have success and good luck here. We have the spears are what? The spears are swords. So we have the Four of Swords here. Okay, so we also, this is a lot of opportunity here for the old things to be detached, to let go of. Let the old things die. Ideas, expectations, requirements. If you've all agreed, like, yeah, that doesn't fit with who we are now, with us as a couple, that doesn't fit with us anymore. Let it go. Let it go. So this is letting that go. You may even re-identify, refine, rewrite what love is for you and your partner at this time. So that's what this is to me. So anything that doesn't align with that, let it go and be okay with it go. It doesn't fit with you. It doesn't align with you. It's not true for you anymore. So you would be okay. Like if you just decided, like if you have your choice between like, cookies and a cupcake, and you're like, I don't like cupcakes. You have no problem with letting that cupcake go and grabbing the cookies, right? So same type of scenario. That was not the best example, but it's really just to show you how, and Bashar talks about this. I saw it in a couple different areas where he talked about this of like, yeah, if anything that you already know is not true, you have no problems with letting it go, but little things like this, where you want to hold on to that comfort zone and hold on to those beliefs and hold on to those things that just aren't aligned with who you are anymore, like you have a problem with letting them go. So really, 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 if you decide with your partner, like, yeah, this is the new us, let everything else go. All right, let's see what else we have here. We have memories of love. Wonderful. So again, anything that aligns with you, that makes you feel good, that is in agreement with you and your partner and who you are, keep that. But everything else, yeah, it's not important. Wonderful. So we also have these self-care practices coming in and showing up. So one in particular, like what I'm hearing, is the heart space, the heart chakra, because there's a lot of green here. So you may want to do some meditations and just ensure that your heart chakra is open and balanced and that you are whole and complete here, because we do have that healing coming up here. But then also connect with nature as we do as earth signs. Whatever feels good to you, grounding yourself, getting out into nature, sitting out there, exercising out there, reading a book out there, whatever ways you feel good being connected, do that. Get those self-care practices in. What else do we have here? So we have the inner child coming out, reminding you to embrace it. Let's see, do something silly and fun and safe. Awesome. And there may also be inner child meditations that can help you connect, check in on that inner child, connect with it, ensure it's okay, ensure that it's allowing that time for play and fun and enjoyment and creativity. So if you connect with that, you may want to do some meditations on that or any other practices that you do to connect with your inner child. But that is also a wonderful message here. That's something you can do. All right, Capricorns, thank you so much for watching. Have a great week.